The important thing is that this has been carefully curated by curators of the class of Eddin, Khoo and Pauline from Pusaka, which means that they have planned the program more than a year in advance. It's themed, there is a well thought out synopsis to the performances. They've ensured a very high standard of performing quality. I'm very proud to be associated with curators such as this, and I'm sure the next 5 weeks are going to be an enthralling experience to all visitors to KL. So for the festival, it's been quite a challenge, but we wouldn't have been able to do it without the support of many of the government agencies. We received the seed funding from the Prime Minister's Office, Ministry of Tourism, Tourism Malaysia, City Hall have all been very supportive, and we're grateful to them. A lot of the venues that we're using are government-owned venues, and they are fully sponsored. We've been very fortunate that we were able to work with Dewan Philharmonic for one of the shows in Pusaka's lineup, and that is a most beautiful venue as well. Of course, we hope that next year we'll be able to work more with Dewan Philharmonic, and we're giving them more notice, so hopefully the lineup for next year and the next subsequent years are going to be even better.
I'd just like to say a few words about our traditional genre, which is one of the components of diversity. When I was invited, I was very excited because I have always believed that Kuala Lumpur needs a festival of this kind. It is actually very natural to us in the way perhaps it's not natural in some other cities. One of the things I have to say about KL is we have invited some of the greatest voices existing in the world of traditional music and also music full stop today. Salah satu daripadanya ialah Alim Kazimov from Azerbaijan, who performs an amazing tradition called Mugham, which fits in, of course, into the tradition of Islamic music, Islamic devotional music. Now, Alim Kazimov and his group are a good friend of Pauline's, and the moment we asked him, he was incredibly excited to come to Kuala Lumpur. I immediately thought then we must have a complementary tradition, also devotional in nature and Islamic in nature, that produces, displays atau membayangkan some of the most incredible things about Islamic devotional music. So we got in touch with Mayor and Sher Ali, the great Ali brothers, who were contemporaries of Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, who studied with the father of Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. And in Pakistan, of course, they are known as, their school or their Garhana is one of the most established and best known. They're also one of the custodians or keepers of the most traditional forms of Qawwali, which also employs poetry, great classical Urdu poetry by people like Ghalib and Mirza and all these people. And they will be performing some of those great hits, great classical songs here, including things like Mast Kalanda, Must Must, and people may know that from Bollywood films, but they're performing a very traditional repertoire. We also then thought we have to bring in our brothers and sisters from Southeast Asia and have a good representation of Southeast Asian performance. And of course, we looked at Indonesia, and one of the things that I thought would be very interesting would be to bring something from Indonesia that is not as well known in Malaysia. We have a big Acehese community, as you well know. We have been involved in the problems of Aceh for a very long time, even in the reconstruction of Aceh after the tsunami and so on. And so we're bringing this amazing, again, devotional tradition called Saman, which is a form of zikir almost, ensemble chanting. And we're bringing them, and I think they're performing with our DK Barat, right, on the same night, separately, but same theme or something like that. So we can have pendedahan to that. We were hoping to get somebody from the Philippines, Grace Nono, but unfortunately she's going off to the United States to do something, couldn't come. But we have brought an incredibly well-known and sangat terkemuka, actually venerated troupe from Burma, from Myanmar, Shwe Mantabin, who are a great generation line who perform some of the very great classical repertoire of Burma. And it's going to be quite unique this time because Pauline and her sister, who are Burmese classical dancers, will actually be dancing in the performance. So it's very nice kind of coming together of the Myanmarese and Malaysia. And then we have incredible. I walked into the bank yesterday and I told them of the festival, and they were all very excited when it come. And I said, we've got somebody from Vietnam. And the moment I said Vietnam, they said water puppets, right? And we are going to be having water puppets in this very theatre. So we're going to actually construct an entire pool that resembles a small kind of lake, and we have to thank DBKL for sending the water tank to come in and feed the pump and take it away. And then we are gathering some of our best master performers in thematic sequences throughout the month to do performances that are also quite unique. For example, we are having a 100-man DK Barat performance. Traditions like the great Indian drumming tradition of Urumi Melam. We have one of the best groups in the world, and they've been working with Pusaka for years. We are also having our very renowned Kudakapang troupe who will be performing. We have Nading Rhapsody, who are a great kind of traditional rock group from Sarawak, who sound a lot like Midnight Oil from Australia, if you know that group. They'll be doing a whole day, one whole concert for themselves. We also have a wonderful Chinese puppeteer, and Ling Go, and she's really acknowledged the world over as being one of the very rare performers of Teochew Chinese puppetry. And we are going to be doing this very interestingly at an old Chinese temple here at the heart of Kuala Lumpur. And we will end with a commemorative performance of the Wayang Kulit for Abdullah Ibrahim, or Pak Dola Baju Merah, the mentor of Pusaka, the great spirit of Pusaka, who commemorate his 10 years of his passing this year. He passed away on September 25th, 2005.